Under the bright lights of Tokyo's Ariake Coliseum, tension filled the air like a live current. The crowd knew they were about to witness something special. The WBO Super Flyweight title was on the line. In one corner stood Naoya, the monster, Inoue, Japan's young prodigy. Already a multi-division champion at just 23, his name carried fear. His speed, his precision, and above all, his terrifying knockout power made him one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet. Across the ring, his challenger, David Carmona of Mexico. Ranked #1 contender, tough, durable, and defiant. No one gave him much chance against Inoue, but Carmona carried something no judge could measure, an iron chin and an unbreakable will. The bell was about to sound. Two warriors, one destiny. The opening bell rang, and Inoue wasted no time. Like a predator, he stalked forward. A sharp jab cracked out, followed by a straight right that split through Carmona's guard. The sound of leather on flesh echoed through the arena. The Japanese crowd erupted. Their champion had arrived. Carmona stayed tight, high guard up, moving cautiously. But every Inoue punch carried menace. A clean right hand snapped Carmona's head back. The referee watched closely, but Carmona steadied himself. As the bell ended the round, commentators summed it up: the monster isn't here to waste time. The question is, how long can Carmona stand? If anyone expected Carmona to fold, they were mistaken. He came out throwing his jab, circling, trying to keep Inoue honest. For a brief moment, it worked. But Inoue, calm and cold, began digging to the body. A thudding left hook slammed into Carmona's ribs, and the crowd gasped. Still, the Mexican didn't back down. He fired back a sharp counter left that momentarily froze the champion. The commentators' voices rose. He's not here just to survive, he's here to fight. In the third, Inoue began to raise the tempo. Combinations flowed like a symphony: jab, straight, body hook. Every punch landed with precision. Carmona's defense was brave but porous. A snapping right hand rocked his head back. The referee stepped closer, eyeing the punishment. But somehow, Carmona stayed upright, refusing to fall. By now, the arena buzzed with that familiar feeling whenever Inoue fought, suspense mixed with inevitability. Round 4 became a showcase of Inoue's vicious bodywork. He dug left hook after left hook into Carmona's midsection, forcing the challenger to wince and bend. Each body shot made the crowd cry out, a collective gasp at the sheer force behind the punches. The commentators marveled, this is surgical destruction. Inoue is dismantling his man piece by piece. In Carmona's corner, his trainer shouted desperately, "Aguanta! Hold on!" By the 5th round, Inoue was no longer just fighting. He was conducting a symphony of violence. Every punch flowed seamlessly into the next, a rhythm that only the greats can find. His jab cracked like a whip, followed instantly by a crisp left hook, then a straight right that cut through the guard. Without pause, he dropped a hook to the body, and before Carmona could even reset, another jab was already in his face. Carmona, desperate to buy time, tried circling and using his feet, but Inoue's footwork was razor-sharp. The champion stepped sideways, cutting off the ring with the calm of a hunter closing the trap. Each time Carmona thought he found space, it vanished, swallowed by Inoue's pressure. The crowd could feel it. Chants of "Inoue! Inoue!" shook the arena, each syllable carrying the energy of thousands who believed the end was near. Inoue's eyes never left his prey, his gloves firing like pistons, as if the knockout was only a matter of when, not if. The 6th was expected to be the end. Inoue had finished countless opponents by this stage. He launched heavy hooks to the body, followed by a crushing right upstairs. The crowd rose, sensing the finish. But then, Carmona struck back. A stiff jab, followed by a counterhook, landed flush. For the first time all night, Inoue blinked. Shockwaves ran through the crowd. The commentators shouted, "Carmona is still here. He refuses to break." It was a brief moment, but one that told the world, Carmona was not here to be a stepping stone. By the 7th round, the war had shifted from raw power to pure endurance. Inoue's relentless pressure showed no signs of slowing. His jab was still crisp, his body shots still vicious, each one digging into Carmona's ribs like a hammer on steel. The Japanese champion pressed forward with measured aggression, his face calm, his footwork precise, as if he was dissecting every weakness left in front of him. But Carmona, battered and slowing, refused to fold. His breathing grew heavy, his legs looked less certain, yet somehow he found ways to slip the finishing blows. Each time Inoue lined up the shot that might have ended it, Carmona twisted, ducked, or absorbed it with sheer toughness. The referee hovered near, studying the challenger's eyes, ready to step in at the first sign of collapse. Yet Carmona's spirit held firm. The Tokyo crowd responded, clapping louder with each exchange, their respect growing with every second he survived. The commentators summed it up best: by now, most fighters are gone. But Carmona is rewriting the script. In this round, sharp-eyed observers noticed something. Inoue was using his right hand less. His left jab, left hooks, and bodywork were doing the heavy lifting. Speculation began to swirl in the booth. Could Inoue have hurt his right hand? If true, it made his performance even more remarkable. With one hand potentially compromised, he was still dominating the fight. Carmona tried to capitalize, pressing forward at times, but Inoue's left kept him under control. The chess match deepened. Now, Inoue shifted gears. No longer hunting wild knockouts, he boxed smart. He used his jab to control distance, picking spots for single clean shots. Carmona grew frustrated, swinging back when he could, but landing little. The referee frequently stepped in during clinches, ensuring the action stayed clean. Inoue was proving he wasn't just a monster of power, he was a master of strategy. By the 10th round, every second inside the ring felt heavier, as though gravity itself had increased. Inoue's dominance was undeniable. His jab still cracked with authority, his left hooks thudded into Carmona's ribs with frightening precision. Yet, Carmona was still there. His swollen face and labored breathing betrayed the punishment he had endured, but his spirit refused to let his body fall. Each time Inoue pressed him to the ropes, Carmona fought back with wild counters, punches that often missed but spoke volumes about his heart. The Tokyo crowd, sensing the courage on display, shifted in tone. They no longer roared only for their champion. They applauded Carmona's survival, his refusal to surrender. Commentators marveled aloud, this is no longer about winning. This is about pride. Carmona is proving something far greater than a scorecard. The round ended with both men still trading, neither yielding, both digging deeper than ever before. The 11th round began with Inoue reasserting his authority. He marched forward, unleashing a torrent of punches, sharp jabs, crushing hooks, and body shots designed to close the show. Carmona stumbled back into the ropes, his body bending under the onslaught. For a moment, the referee stepped closer, hand twitching as if ready to wave it off. But Carmona, summoning strength from somewhere unseen, fired back. A short flurry, a jab, even a hook, not enough to hurt Inoue, but enough to show he was alive. The crowd erupted into a thunderous roar, their voices no longer separated by allegiance. They cheered the monster's precision, but they also cheered the challenger's refusal to fall. As the bell rang, the entire arena rose to its feet in a standing ovation. Commentators shouted above the noise, "This is heart, this is bravery, this is boxing at its purest." The 12th and final round began with both men carrying the weight of 11 grueling rounds. Inoue, still sharp and relentless, surged forward as if the fight had just started. His eyes locked on Carmona, his punches fired with full intent, crisp jabs to set the rhythm, hooks to the body that echoed through the arena, and straight rights that sliced through the guard. He wanted the finish. He wanted the exclamation mark. Carmona, battered and bruised, staggered under the storm. His legs trembled, his guard sagged, yet his heart would not allow him to collapse. Every punch he took was followed by some kind of answer, a jab, a hook, even a desperate swing, proof that his spirit remained unbroken. The referee hovered closer than ever, ready to stop it if Carmona faltered. But the Mexican challenger fought to the last second. The bell rang, and both men dropped their gloves, exhausted but proud. The Tokyo crowd exploded in applause, honoring not just their champion, but the warrior who refused to fall. There was no doubt. The judges read out wide scorecards. Naoya Inoue, winner by unanimous decision. The crowd roared, celebrating their champion. But they also cheered Carmona, who had taken the monster the full distance, a feat few could claim.